Go, uh, uh,
Yeah, man. Savage AF, you know what it is, man. Forget your feelings. Facts matter.
Facts matter, do
We'll be
they?
cutting it 4 minutes and 15 seconds. In the
But do facts
meantime,
really matter, man? Do they?
to us, they do. Here at Savage AF, they do. We give you politics, hot topics, and current events. And then I don't give a fluff kind of style. Raw, rough, rugged. We're both from the hood. Okay? And then we read books. Yeah, it happened. Savage AF, man. Forget your feelings. Facts matter. We are your hosts. My name is Black Pedro.
I'm
Hit him with it. Give
shit.
it to him. Slap him with it, dog.
Shang.
Damn.
Ah!
Okay.
Whoa!
Ooh, thought you got stuck. Thought you got in a Mitch
Yeah.
McConnell moment or something. He's just like, thought you had a Mitch there for a minute.
Yo.
There's a Mitch in the Matrix.
We're gonna start the show. Well, I'll just tell you afterwards.
Mitch glitch.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm stunned by, and I don't like him that much, but I'm stunned. I'm gonna talk about it.
All right. Who what?
Biden did great on the fucking late night talk shows.
Oh man, I'm telling you, he listen, man. I'm trying to.
I was stunned. He said, I was stunned.
He's a spry guy for 107 years old.
They said, so there's some people are concerned that the fact you're 81. He said, who told you that? Who told you that? That was confidential information. And
hilarious.
He said, and then it was like, well, at least I ain't been twice impeached and 91 counts. He was going in. I was like, yo, where the fuck is this? Oh, sorry. Where is this old Joe?
Well, there goes that. Fluff that. I got you, though. But hey, man, you know, the man still got some fight in him, and they're both old men, so it really doesn't matter.
Hey, man, one bad apple don't spoil a whole bunch of cussing.
Oh, you're right. You're right about that. But listen, guys, Savage AF, forget your feelings. Facts matter. We come to you guys Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Typically, sometimes things happen.
Is it till 4 p.m.?
And sometimes we go long. You know, I don't even like to put a cap on it. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes
we could do a marathon in this. I almost cussed.
Sometimes I rhyme slow. Sometimes I rhyme fast. It happens. But make sure that you check us out. You see the thing scrolling down there. I know you see it scrolling.
Hold on. I didn't tell them where we are though.
You didn't tell them where we are?
3 p.m. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram simultaneously. Now, we did have some technical difficulties with Shang's Instagram today, but we are connected to my grandma, Bama, Thama, Lama, Dang. But both of our grams at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang. I got people over on the gram with us. Who is this? Delisle's, Pretty Tony Winters. What up, though? Robin B. The Only Taylor.
Yeah.
What up, though? I see y'all, man. So
make sure you follow. Make sure you follow us. Again, Black Pedro at Comedian Shang, and on Threads, Black Pedro, Comedian Shang. Same thing with Threads. I'm approaching the 10,000 mark. I need y'all to get me up there and make it happen. And I'm promoting the show, cross-promoting, pollinating the show back to here. Also on Facebook, as you can see up top, you see it says Savage. You see it says A. You see it says F. Well,
use that. Just put some dots in there. Savage A.F. over on Facebook. But listen, if you ever miss us live, I just gave you several avenues that you can use to watch us. But if you ever miss us live, put your crack pipe down. Okay, you loser. And get sober.
Get sober.
And that's from a guy who's drunk.
And get your fingers going like this. Make sure you do that. Also, I know you think it's over.
That's the YouTube channel, y'all. Subscribe to it.
I know you think it's over, but it ain't over. Make sure you get your thumbs thumbing. Get your thumbs thumbing. Na.
Well, that about thumbs it up.
Wow, he did it again.
Come on, y'all.
Did it again. But you know what? Rate us, because when you rate us, actually, it helps our algorithm. Real easy, real strong.
It honestly, Shane, I'm not gonna lie. It sounded like you said raid us, and I'm like, do not try and run up
Not
on my
rate
house.
us. I
Do
said
not
rate.
run up on my
I
house. I'm
said, I
telling you.
clearly
Okay,
said
rate
rate.
us. Okay,
Yes.
I heard raid us, and I'm like, do not do that. Savage AF, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. It's past 5 minutes. Let's get into it, man. I want to say what's up to all those out there supporting right now. Over on YouTube, I got a Lady Hazel May, Breezy JJ's, LG, Damani Jones. Man, the crew is here. Sean Stubbs, Miss MS Dot. We know her. She's our Minister of Defense. Breezy JJ's. Love all y'all, man. Who else just jumped in over on my Insta? Nieto Perhonen. Scott Hassel. I see
Yeah.
you guys,
You
man.
didn't do that one well at all, but that's okay.
It's PERHONEN.
Stop it.
Perhonen.
You said hold on. All right. But yo, also one more quick thing I want to let y'all know. We haven't done it yet because he's running. Pedro's too busy filming network television
Running.
and then doing ADR on network television shows. So I'm just saying, and appearing on one of the top rated shows. I mean,
I did make my network television debut last week. Hey, if y'all guys caught me on Not Dead Yet last week, let me know. Let me know what you think, man.
Yes, make sure that you give him flowers now, because on a show called Not Dead Yet, I don't know if flowers are what we want to give him, but you know what I meant. All right, but make sure you do that. And I know that I said one more thing we got to do. Listen, subscribing to the channel is what keeps the channel going as much as we can keep it going, and making sure that you subscribe to the channel and sharing the channel. Share the channel. Ready? Let's say it together, Pedro. 1, 2, 3. Share
the
channel.
channel, please. So just so you know, there we go. My bad. I sorry. We hit two things at the same time. My bad, dog. I was just gonna show y'all that over on my IG, Nato Perhonen said, trying to speak Finnish, Black Pedro. Nice try.
Oh, okay.
I consider myself an international man.
Well, anybody that is Dutch, alsjeblieft weg, daskunn.
Did you just have a stroke?
No, I actually spoke Dutch.
Oh, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, anybody that's Dutch and you've been to Amsterdam or Rotterdam or Utrecht, you'll know what I said. And if you're from the islands that actually live there, for Waka Boom.
Okay. I pack a bong. I don't know if that's the same.
No, that's I pack a bong is a different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whole different language set. Lady Hazel May, she gave me my flowers last week. So thank you. I appreciate that. I just needed some more flowers to keep me going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, by the way, I can have minimal conversations in Korean. Yes. When they get too complicated, start talking too fast, they lose me. And of course, a little bit of Puerto Rican, Spanish. It's a little different. I'm a man of many
many talents.
Many talents.
The only Taylor Mimi also gave me my flowers. She's saying it on Instagram. I sent message in DM. Looking forward to seeing Pedro on more shows. Thank you. Hey,
well, you know what, Pedro's going to be on more shows. I will be washing cars on 16th and Broadway. So no.
Listen, if you guys are in LA, you can see more shows tonight besides Savage AF. Cause Shang, where you gonna be?
Tonight, where am I gonna be at?
Where you gonna be?
Well, let me tell you where I'm gonna be at. Yeah. I made a whole commercial, but I ain't gonna play it now. It's 30 seconds. But I'm gonna be tonight at 2 Funny Tuesdays. He just texted me, said I'm going last. I ain't going last.
You knew you was gonna close this show. Oh wait, it should either be you or Tony.
Tony's going up first.
Oh man, he probably got 7 more shows that night.
Whatever the case may be, I'm about to hit him up and tell him. I'm about to hit him up and tell him. They just text me now, but I'll be on 2 Funny Tuesdays, and then I got a couple other shows coming up. I made a commercial. I made a whole commercial.
You be plugging, man. Damani Jones, if you missed Not Dead Yet, understand that it is streaming on Hulu Season 2, Episode 3. That's your boy. The
Well, I'm
episode's
proud.
called Not in the Cards.
I'm gonna say it right now. I'm proud of you, and I'm hoping that you get stuff. I've said that from day one when I met you. Even though I thought that you was acting real funny style when I met you,
I was high.
Well, that's true too. But no. I mean, I've said that from day one, and if anybody that knows me knows I mean that shit. I'm gonna be in the new Austin Powers. Yeah, baby.
It's a man.
Man.
Breezy JJ said Tony should take you on tour with him, Shane.
No,
come on, man.
Tony ain't gonna take me on tour with him.
You better holler at the boy.
None of these motherfuckers. Yeah, I can cuss now. None of these motherfuckers want me going tour with them, man. They be saying that Earthquake would be nice if I would open for him, but it doesn't happen. All these heavy hitter comics that know me, down with me, Chappelle, Kevin Hart knows me. All of the heavy hitters know me. I've been in the game for a long time, and it just something doesn't resonate with them. But I got these pictures of them in compromising positions, and I got one of I got one of Cat Williams is something pertaining to urine, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release those, and if they don't give me some dates.
I invented food digestion.
Yeah,
I was the first man to urine.
I'm the first one to tell yeast to rise.
Yes, man, that's what it is. All right, so
racist. Wow, we start off heavy.
Wow.
Kevin loves white people too much. Shut up.
She says you can't open for him. I
can go right now.
Again, Miss Adverb is our Minister of Defense, so she does have.
She has issues.
The nuclear codes. She will go off sometimes. She got
issues.
Sam Ridley Comedy over on IG, man. Make sure y'all follow him. That's a funny cat.
And by the way, Sam Ridley, one time he tried to bribe me with a hooker.
That nigga got you too?
Yeah, he got
almost.
me too.
I ain't fall for it. The price
I did.
wasn't right.
I was like, yo, man, well, you know what? If you're gonna give me a discount.
I was like, it wasn't that much yesterday. He said yesterday's price is not today's price.
Breezy JJ said you're always on Quake's house. Go figure. I can't even get booked on Quake's show that he does locally, even though Quake is nice as hell to me, treats me fantastic. Don't make no sense.
Miss is doing her best Hannibal Buress impression. Why you booing me? I'm right.
What happened? With the Bill Jello pudding.
Why you booing me? I'm right. All right, man. So let's get into the show.
Let's get into the show. It just happened.
We talk some shit.
I just wanted to say flowers, number one. Second, let's get into the show. But I want to make sure people know that it's not easy. Luckily I've had the experience that Pedro had. I think it was about fucking 19, 20 years ago. Yeah. And it's a good thing.
It was exactly 2004. It was 20 years ago, bro. Or approaching.
Yeah, and I was very lucky. My first network acting, I had stand-up before that, but my first network acting was about 20 years ago.
Lady Hazel May said, Shang, you're one of the godfathers of comedy.
Feel you.
They can't have you messing up their set.
But to tell the jokes.
You invite Shang to our show and you won't be funny anymore.
But thank you, Lady Hazel May.
Shang makes jokes that the audience can't refuse. All right, man. Savage A, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. We gonna keep this one rolling, y'all. Black Pedro, comedian Shang.
By the way, I just want to let you know, Pedro, someday you will get checks like this. I'm gonna show my shit. I'm not gonna show my shit.
Nigga, they're gonna take the routing number. And
I hope so.
Just read off the amount. Your move is 40 cents. Is that 40 cents?
That's 40 cents.
Nigga, it costs more to walk to the bank to deposit that.
And this was from.
We'll burn more calories.
I don't know why. And I got another one for like $2. And I got about 10 of them. And they don't even add up to $15.
Nigga, about every 7 years, I get a $20 check from Byron Allen.
And that's it? Yeah. I know, it's crazy. It's like, yo, man, just give me the $20.
Fuck the Weather Channel. This nigga just bought the weather. And I'm like, man.
And you can give us $20. And this was from this beautiful check is from when I did NCIS, and that would be in 20.
Okay.
20.
Hey, that 40 cents, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
So
put it
40
now we got 3,040
40.
cents. All right, man. We're gonna keep
Yeah,
this moving.
y'all.
It's February
Who
27th.
want to go to dinner?
It's a Tuesday. It's February 27th, 2024, in the time-space continuum. Black Pedro, comedian Shang. Fuck your
12
feelings.
checks.
Facts matter.
And
Come
it
on.
doesn't reach 15.
It didn't read it down.
No, I didn't. It's all of
You
them
can't
are
get a
not
dub
$15.
off of that, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy. All right.
All right, man. Hey, we gonna keep working out here. Kev P. Kearns, I see you out there. Damian Hines, what up, though? Merlot Mar, I see y'all, man. All right, listen. We're gonna end today's show with the Shangry.
Yes.
And he's gonna talk about the human race to the bottom. We started from the bottom, then we stayed there.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Before we get into that, I got a Black Pedro pop in for you guys today. Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay.
Wow.
And I know it sounds, but there is an update, so let's talk about it.
Yeah,
but before we get into that, while Shang may have gone to his local community center and filled out the necessary paperwork and taken the courses to become an accredited journalist,
thank you.
I myself cannot claim any credible journalistic accreditations. However, I do believe that on this show, Savage AF, we ask the most hard-hitting question in all of journalism.
Yeah.
And every time it sounds like this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Motherfucker say what? IVF and grape, as the social media would prefer to us to say, but sexual assault, however you want to call it.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't.
They the same now? Is that what we're talking about? And I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna show you a video in a moment. But the premise for this story is that last week, I think it was the Alabama Supreme Court determined that frozen embryos sitting in a petri dish on a shelf in a freezer in a lab or a clinic or something are children, are human beings, are somebody that has more right than the mother that might potentially carry them.
You know, they also said discarded boogers are human beings.
that's mucus has rights.
Has a right. It's a child.
But okay.
Also, no, the other thing that's wild about it is that Alabama, in all their wisdom,
because when you rank America, when you rank the states by wisdom,
you got to put Alabama way up there.
Woo!
If Alabama and all
go blue, Michigan beat Alabama. Fuck y'all.
Wow, I know. I knew he was gonna bring that back.
I saw it live. Y'all are Confederates.
If you look at it, the bottom line is even if you damage one of the petri dishes, it's considered assault.
It could be called wrongful death. What? So at the point in which, and these are all the confused ass, buck-tooth, redneck, hick-bellied questions you have to ask when you get into this sort of, and I'm gonna use air quotes, logic.
Yeah.
So frozen embryo on a petri dish is a human. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So like you said, Shang, if you drop it, if you mishandle those, that could be wrongful death. Or if you do it purposefully, it could be murder.
Murder.
Potentially.
Murder.
A murder on a petri dish. Okay, it could be that. But also, for those who are conservative and pro-life, literally the whole point and purpose of in vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization.
Wow.
In vitro fertilization is hey, hold on now. I got it.
You got it.
It is to produce more life. So if you are pro-life, I don't know how you could be anti-in vitro unless you sound like this guy. And then that's when the logic
it makes complete sense.
This is when the logic gets ill.
I want to smack
I got a 2-minute and 20-second clip for y'all.
And take it in and understand this is
so great. Get your pen and pad out, kids.
Get your pen and pad out. By the way,
write these down and let's analyze it afterwards.
The GOP is not. This is not a positive for them at all.
She is the main. She's the governor of what? I know this lady
of Dumbville.
It's one of them southern states, and is she the governor of Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you go. All right. I don't even know her name.
I like to call it Dumbville.
We'll call her Madam Colonel Sanders or whatever. Oh, he's Kentucky. Whatever. Fuck
whatever.
Y'all. You're all Hicks.
You're all fucking. You're all Hicks, and you all touch each other's relatives. Shut up.
All right. So hold on. I'm gonna play this video for you guys, and then just meet me on the other side, and we'll talk about it. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Hang in there.
As Chuck Woolery used to say, I'll see you in 2 and 2.
Reason surrogacy and IVF are immoral is because they interfere into the family. They break up the nucleus, the very building block of political society. They separate the reproductive from the conjugal act. They establish the domination of technology over the origin and destiny of human life. And they can have all sorts of unintended consequences. Someone wrote to me, said, Michael, I can't believe you said this because I can somewhat intellectually understand why IVF and surrogacy might be bad in theory, but I've got nieces who were conceived through IVF. And I'm glad that my nieces are alive, so go F yourself, Michael, because anything that would allow my nieces to be alive, I think is totally fine, you big jerk. You Bible-thumping, moralizing jerk. Okay, all right, hold on, calm down. I hear you. I'm sure your nieces are great. I'm sure your nieces are wonderful, I say. And your nieces have a right to life. And it's good that your nieces exist. The problem for IVF and surrogacy is that no ends, no matter how good, justify immoral means. No ends, no matter how good, justify actions that are intrinsically evil to achieve them. This is the same kind of logic that we would apply to, say, rape. A child who is conceived in rape, I know some. They have a right to life. It's very good that they exist. We like these people. Had your nieces, God forbid, been conceived in the case of rape, you would say, I love my nieces, and how dare you suggest they shouldn't exist? And how dare you say that? I'm not suggesting they shouldn't exist. I'm not suggesting they don't have a right to life. I'm not suggesting they're not good at all. But let's follow this idea to its logical conclusion. Does the fact that your niece's existence is good and they have a right to life, does that fact justify rape? Certainly not. Likewise, good ends can be wonderful and we can celebrate them, but they don't justify immoral means.
Okay. So basically,
wait, you got to say this. Let's break it down, shall we?
Let's break it down. So listen, here's my thing, right? Like, morality is a spectrum, right? We're all not built the same. So when you talk about
we're definitely not the same, because I killed a dog.
And Breezy JJ's just like, what the actual fuck? But listen, when you break it down, morality it's a spectrum. We all aren't built the same. We kind of judge situations differently. So there's no like universal morality in reality. So to judge IVF as immoral just because, and he's right, it does subvert the conjugal act. It takes the fucking out and just puts the sperm in the egg. right? And then you put the egg in either the mother or a surrogate, and now we cooking. Now we got buns in the oven, right?
No, hold on one second.
Get the door, dog. I'm gonna keep y'all going for a moment. Okay, so and you know, Breezy JJ's, this is why I want to talk about this. She says, I can't get pregnant naturally. IVF is my only option or adoption, right? And for those who preach that they want more life, that they are pro-life, this seems like a viable way to create more babies, especially for, you know, these white people who are so afraid of being replaced, right? If it's the great replacement theory, you guys aren't fucking enough and you're not creating enough, you know, little mini milk monkeys, then yeah, man, like IVF the fuck out, turkey based them goddamn kids into the lady's womb, right? Fine, right? But I don't see how you could be pro-life and anti-IVF, right? Because IVF is clearly meant to help create more life. But he's already deemed it immoral because it subverts natural conjugation, right? But then he gets into this rape space. And I say rape, fuck it. I'm gonna say, because Shang's always like grape. We ain't in no vineyard. Y'all know I love wine, but this is fucking rape, not grapes, okay? When you get into the rape space, okay, and you start saying that, you know, like the example he gave, a woman says, okay, but I have nieces who were from IVF and I love them, and he's like, well, if they came from rape, you would still love them too. Well, now you've equated rape and IVF as these two immoral things, as he says it, that do not justify, or the ends do not justify those means, right? So if those children, if those nieces had been born out of rape, it wouldn't justify rape. And in the same turn, he's saying that just because these nieces are wonderful and alive, it doesn't justify IVF. And now you've made IVF and rape the same thing, while also at the same time saying that a woman who has been raped and wants an abortion should have that baby because the rape was legitimate in creating the child. Maybe it's the tequila talking, but this shit is driving me nuts, dog. This shit is driving me nuts because they go around in this fucking idiotic conservative Christian white nutfuck circles and they talk this goddamn shit. You want to say rape is bad until it creates a baby and the woman wants an abortion, and then you're like, but that's what God wanted.
Hey man, what did I walk into, people?
I flipped it because listen, I'm gonna recap it for you, Shane. The boy says that the ends don't justify the means. So whether it's IVF or rape or grape, as you like to call it.
Well, we can't say it on here. We'll get flagged.
I'm already saying it though, man.
Fuck man, we gonna get flagged, man. It's because of your fault.
We need a flag, and I'll do a whole other. I'll redo this whole show if I have to. But listen, Shane. They want this. This dude just said that IVF and rape were the same fucking thing in terms of.
Well, they are.
In terms of,
come on, Pedro, you didn't know that?
I guess involuntary IVF would be, but
okay, it's not.
No. Is, right? He's saying that the ends don't justify the means. So just because you can create beautiful people from rape or IVF, it doesn't make either one moral.
If that's the case, masturbation should be outlawed because men
also
blast off babies off the fucking socks every day. I know I do.
Also, listen, over on IG, I see Matches 360. What up, cuz? Jeff Horst, also a very funny guy. Make sure y'all follow. But listen, you can't say that that rape is immoral and then disallow a woman from getting an abortion after a rape because God wanted that baby, or you know, if it was rape, your body wouldn't have accepted it, or so whatever the fuck they come up with all these knuckle dragging.
If that's the case, right? If that's the case, Pedro, then maybe God wanted you to have an abortion. If it's all God's will, and when a woman has an abortion, then that means that God was like, "This is my will for you to not have this child." They never look at it from that perspective because logic and rationale, it hurts their head. It hurts their head. Stop it! It hurts my head. Don't you talk about logic and rationale. Ding ding. They're all
and real quick, Breezy JJ's is like, sorry, very touchy subject for me. And you know, and I apologize to anybody out there that might be triggered by this subject. On a Breezy JJ's type of tip where, you know, you're seeking to have a child, and obviously this conservative right, specifically in Alabama right now, but you know, they are a bunch of bad apples that ruin the bunch, so it could spread. But they're trying to lock down IVF, and then they can't even rationalize it. Like, you have a dumb dickhead, fucking Tommy Tuberville, who can't even reconcile the difference between being pro-life and being anti-IVF. Like, it doesn't even make sense, dog.
He's the one that wanted to send a death threat to AOC, and you know, a veiled death threat. So you want to kill grown folks, but you value life.
Yeah. And Breezy, just know that we all got your back here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're fighting for you.
Yeah, but your hypocrisy showing when you say that, no, I care about this, and they don't even care about kids after the womb. If it comes to black kids, they really don't care. When you look at abortion, you know, it's a lot of times what they're like, we got to replenish our numbers. That's another reason that they say no abortion, but at the same time, they're saying with this, hey, hold on, that's a person. That little spooge, that's a person.
Bro, it's a blob in a petri dish, and they're saying it's a person.
It is a person. It is a person. To them. Listen.
But this is
did you hear the Bill? Okay, the
this
Bill Burr,
is glass smashing shit.
Okay,
like, I should smash this glass.
Bill Burr got a joke. It's like, yeah, man, you're making a cake, and over there in that cake, and you put in the dough together and everything, and then I'm about to put it in the oven, and you smack the cake down, and it's like, hey, it would have been a cake, but it's not now. You know what it is? It's dough. And so I just think that their hypocrisy showing. They're full of shit. They know it. The GOP is panicking because they know that a lot of people, the majority of people in this country, agree with not only abortion. This is right wing and left wing. This ain't just, you know, just left leaning people that just want to take our rights back. You want my guns? Come get them. Pry them out of my cold dead retarded hands. No, I'm telling you right now. Okay.
Ms. Adverb, that's my baby. It's not your baby, girl. So
well, all I know is the GLP is taking it, is now not knowing what to do over it because they got such a backlash from it. Also, people are actually keep your theology off my biology, which I think is a great line. Keep your theology off my biology. Bars.
Miyu says, and welcome to it, they are nuts in their logic. They won't object to paying child support for the IVF baby or allowing you can claim the IVF baby on your taxes like kids, right? Like, and I heard one argument. It was just like, yeah, like, how do we, like, once you define something like that, a glob of goo in a fucking petri dish as a human being, then it should have all the rights of a human being, at least in this country. And now we're talking about what? Sending petri dishes to school?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, what? Like, they deserve participation trophies on the soccer team? Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
You know what we're talking about. Crazy people.
No, I know, but the idea of saying these things out loud, especially in the way he did, and can I, for those who may have jumped in late, I'm gonna play this video again one more time. So 2 minutes 20 seconds, just to soak up
idea of what
we really talking about. What we really talking about.
of the fuckery.
Reason surrogacy and IVF are immoral is because they interfere into the family. They break up the nucleus, the very building block of political society. They separate the reproductive from the conjugal act. They establish the domination of technology over the origin and destiny of human life. And they can have all sorts of unintended consequences. Someone wrote to me, said, Michael, you know, I can't believe you said this because I can somewhat intellectually understand why IVF and surrogacy might be bad in theory, but I've got nieces who were conceived through IVF. And I'm glad that my nieces are alive, so go F yourself, Michael, because anything that would allow my nieces to be alive, I think is totally fine, you big jerk. You Bible-thumping, moralizing jerk. Okay, all right, hold on, calm down. I hear you. I'm sure your nieces are great. I'm sure your nieces are wonderful, I say. And your nieces have a right to life, and it's good that your nieces exist. The problem for IVF and surrogacy is that no ends, no matter how good, justify immoral means.
I'm going to cut that off right there because he just said he's glad the girls are alive, but the means doesn't justify their life. Right? So he's glad they're alive, but he can't justify their life. I also want to go back to the beginning. Hold on. I'm going to play it.
Reason surrogacy and IVF are immoral is because they interfere into the family. They break up the nucleus, the very building block of political society. They separate the reproductive from the conjugal act. They establish the domination of technology over the origin and destiny of human life.
So when he says they establish the dominance of technology over the destiny and origin of human life, I'm like, well, listen, I'm like, bro, that's called a hospital. Like literally any flu shot or motherfucking pill you took to get over a cold or a disease, chemotherapy
is
establishing the dominance of technology over the destiny and origin of human life, man.
I'll give you an example. Those people that go,
we're constantly trying to fight death. I'm sorry. Our whole life we're trying to fight death, and we do it through technology in so many fucking ways. You make no goddamn sense.
But see, there's some people feel like if you get gout in your foot, you're supposed to let the gout kill your whole body because it's letting technology.
That's God's gout.
Right, it's God's gout, and it's technology preventing it from being, seeing it through. They're stupid. Let's just be honest. Like, I'm so sick
LG said, "Yep, I heard it correctly. He speaks fluent fuckery."
Right, exactly. and the conjugal connection.
Yeah, he's like, they ain't letting me fuck no more.
Right.
It's like,
so that's
all right, bro, but your dick don't work. Your sperm ain't getting there. I don't know what it is, bro.
Whatever the case may be, if you're on IVF, you're against IVF, and you feel like it's the same as grape, which is some bullshit. We know it's bullshit. The bottom line is, just like pro-lifers, it's like, well, life starts at conception. So that means as soon as you fuck, and you have sperm going to the woman, that's it. And in actuality, no, the fetus is not viable for quite a minute. And anybody in there can check me if am I telling the wrong shit? Now, I'm not a doctor, but I do know that.
No, and they want women to continue pregnancies even when scientifically,
they keep saying
it is known that this is not a viable fetus, right? Like they still want to do that. But this idea that it's immoral because you can't fuck no more, right? Which is, it interrupts the conjugal act.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how it breaks up the nucleus of the family.
It does. Because if you bust in a woman, that's not your wife.
So if the doctor's busting in with the,
right.
For all intents and purposes, a turkey baster, that's breaking up the nucleus? Like what, the mother and the doctor now had an affair?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Is that conception outside of marriage?
That's
Like
Alabama.
Jesus?
But that's how Alabama
Like
does.
Jesus?
Lord God Jesus.
Okay. His daddy won't his daddy,
But see,
but
people
his
are
father
religious.
was his father.
Anybody in
I
here
don't know.
that's feeling triggered by this show, and by the way, this
Fuck your feelings,
is
facts matter.
it's
It's
his
called
fault.
It's called Savage AF,
No,
man.
I feel like that IVF, the one thing that I am happy with is their idiocy is on full display. The GOP is taking an L because of it. And I like that. I know that's bad, but anything to make the GOP look like the fucking idiots they are. And I'm not saying the Democrats are a bucket of fucking flowers. I'm just telling you, this is
Breezy
great.
JJ says, since they're so pro-life, why do they use condoms?
That prevents it. You're
That
preventing the nucleus.
no, that prevents the hypocrisy from hitting the hooker's womb.
Right.
Trust me. When they go to Vegas for their religious conferences, they are
They
down with
be
the
fucking.
roughest. Yeah, come on.
Lauren Boebert tries to say that I'm a Christian and God loves me, and she's jacking off at a Beetlejuice fucking play. She's jacking a dude off in a Beetlejuice play,
Yeah.
and we got the footage. So where did that sperm go? And what do we do with that sperm? You prevent that sperm from getting anywhere else because it can grow into a person.
Beetlejuice is what he called his jizz. She
Yeah,
called his jizz.
just Beetlejuice.
That Beetlejuice.
And
She
that's
wants
what she did. Beetlejuice.
Lady Hazel May said, "Fix the damn foster care system. Talk about breaking up family
Nobody
dynamics."
cares about that. They don't care about. They don't care
No,
about that.
they're hypocrites.
They're hypocrites.
Hypocrites.
Black kids, black babies don't get the same up. And then you can look it up. Not only does black women pretending to pregnancy don't get the exact same care they're supposed to get, because there's this myth that actually happened, even though doctors know it's against that black people can withstand pain more.
Yeah, we don't experience pain as
We don't
much.
experience the same
We're
way.
super
So when a woman,
Negroes.
right, exactly. So when a woman needs an epidermal, yeah, I think I'm saying dermal. I think I'm saying it right. When a woman needs epidural, epidermal is a whole different. That's a place outside of Cleveland. The thing is, they might not give it to them when the woman needs it, and what happens is more pressure happens to the baby and the baby's head. It sounds dark as fuck. It can get. So I just don't. Yeah. I didn't want to get. It's gruesome. So the bottom line is, with IVF, they're just finding shit to bitch about, and Alabama co-signed it.
I mean, yeah, and then you have to wonder what are the other states that might do this. Now you have Trump, and this will be the interesting part: is you have Trump
going against it.
Yeah, he's saying that IVF should be okay, while also touting that Roe v. Wade got canceled because of him. And now the Democrats are able to point that to him. It's like, okay, the cancellation of Roe v. Wade leads to the questioning of IVF, and all of that came through your boy Trumpty Dumpty's, Compton's finest. I think that might be the homie Kev as well.
Yeah.
But he says it removes a Christian man control over a Christian woman's body. He says he wants sex. God says to the woman, you shall not deny his desires, even when you don't feel like it. Okay, I don't know my Bible that well because I don't want no more.
I know it. My grandmother.
Compton's finest. That sounds like God says you could rape your wife.
I think that's
maybe not the best marriage counselor. I don't know.
I don't feel like it. Well, it don't matter what you feel like.
I smoke a lot of weed and drink, so I could be wrong.
I know what you mean, but if you look at a lot of the stuff in the Bible, we'd be stoning motherfuckers left and right. Are you kidding me? If we
for eating rye,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like leavened bread will get
if I come in the house and I see Pedro, I come visit Pedro at his house and go, nigga, is that rye? And then I pull out a bag of rocks. You know, you can't do that.
They killed George Floyd over a not fake $20 bill. Could you imagine getting killed like that over like keeping your goats and your sheep in the same pen, and like, oh nigga, you mixing animals? Get this nigga. Some of those are. Let me see. Breezy says a wife should submit to her husband as he submits to God.
Okay, don't get started with that shit.
Some husbands are assholes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you just want to submit to all that shit. You might want to, check a nigga's background.
Oh no, Compton. He said she. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, he said their belief, not mine. I know. I knew that. I knew what you were doing, Compton's Finest. I saw that. But
now we get into biblical. The Bible was written by men, and they made up the rules as they conquered issues.
Yes. LOL. Absolutely. No,
okay.
That is true.
IVF is the same bullshit where they try to find any kind of reasoning. They try to go back to the Bible. They try to use that. They use the Bible for all kind of shit. Do you know that there's Christians that feel like black people shouldn't get the same rights because they're not closer to God than us? What are you talking about? Catholics even came up with this bullshit that people of color are the scorn. Who the fuck uses scorn? I'm just saying, you've used scorn. I ain't never used scorn.
I feel scorned by it.
Yeah. So I mean, if we go by religion, we can't go by religion when it comes to IVF because
you can't go by religion with anything. This country is established as a separation of church and state. Like the people that the Europeans that came here and made America. The Europeans that came here and made America were being religiously persecuted, right? That's what the pilgrims were about. It's like, oh, we can't practice our religion the way we want to. So this shit is supposed to be everybody could practice religion the way they want to.
Yeah, but don't try to.
But don't try and impose it on others.
Right, don't impose it on other people.
You're not supposed to. And don't mix it with government.
But they are
politics.
And this one dude, the one we showed the video of it, where the guy put his fist up, and we're going to win with this. Do you know that's also other than the black symbol? They're trying to take the black symbol of black power and make it a white power symbol. That's number one. Number two, the reason that they're doing this is because if you look at the right wing Christians, they were trying to find whatever reason they can to fuck up stuff, and it should be over a plate of goo.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be over a plate of goo. I'm not saying that, now if the baby has arms, not so much.
If it's a baby, it's a baby, dog.
Right.
You can hold a baby.
If not, that
technically you can hold a petri dish, but you can't go gaga with that motherfucker. But you would be crazy. You would be a dude staring into a clear dish going goo gaga. It'd be like me going. It'd be like me taking this tequila and being like, "Who's your daddy?" Like if I talk to my drinks, lock me up, my nigga. You says some of this is Old Testament and doesn't apply under the new covenant. That's
you're already scared when you use the word covenant.
Like, oh Lord,
you know what covenant sounds like to me? Cult.
It sounds like you're rolling around with fucking what's his name, Indiana Jones, like just looking for some relic. That's like,
it's what IVF. I know we've done a long time on this topic. IVF,
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. If you look at the way that they're going about it, if you look at what my man was saying, it's so you can easily fucking knock down any logic that he says.
There's no logic.
They don't use that same emotion and feeling pertaining to actual children. And I don't want to hear nothing from nobody that's pro-life. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. If you are racist against people, then I shut the fuck up. Because what's your reason once a small child is here and they're a baby or a little toddler, but you don't want to see them as human beings, but you see a plate of goo as a human being, but that little black boy that's sitting over there, oh, look at him.
The real ones.
A real one. Yeah. So fuck you, feed you rocks and take you swimming. I hope you get a yeast infection under your armpit. AJ
Fit, as we move on, says, what happened to freedom of fucking choice? And that's the thing, they come from a religiously persecuted area, and they want to impose.
That's what happened. Alabama is what happened. Alabama has always been fucking okay. Look, we can look at pretending to just, if you put all the states, a lot of the southern states are on the bottom rung of education. I mean, they're like 48th, and you could look it up. They are some of the dumbest motherfuckers, and they're the most prominent Trump supporters. They're the most prominent. They asked this dude, "What do you think? Do you think we should bring slavery back?" No comment. Well, you just answered me then, bitch.
Yeah, you're down with it. All right, hold on real quick. Over on my IG, I want to share. I'm gonna bring this banner down so everybody can see
yeah,
it.
because can't see. Yeah,
I got it. The only Taylor Mimi says this is the same God that gave us a brain, willpower, the ability to gain knowledge. Why can't we just exercise common sense? That's the thing. There's that I think that's what I was saying. Like when the dude was saying that like IVF is immoral, I'm like that's a spectrum, right? That's a scale, like a it varies, right? And you could be on one end of morality. Like there's no universality to morality, and I also don't think there's any universality to common sense, right? I think there is a there are things that can be empirical, but
I think
common sense, I think, kind of falls into that area of like, where you from? What did they teach you? If everybody around you thinks like this, then yeah, you're gonna think like this, and then it's gonna be common, but not necessarily sensical.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Common sense ain't
it'll
common.
make sense to everybody
Who said,
that thinks like this.
hold up. What rapper said common sense ain't common? Was it common sense?
Was it common sense? Is he from Chicago? Was he bald headed?
Yeah, common sense ain't common. This is what I'm saying to y'all. I really feel like this is a good thing for the Democrats, because the Democrats can show their hypocrisy, but the Democrats, being the pussies they are, and the fucking afraid little rabbit.
You just don't want to.
No. Then bring it up. Hammer them with this shit. Hammer the fucking Republicans with abortion rights. Hammer the fucking Republicans with this bitch ass IVF shit that they're making shit up as they go. Hammer them with the fact that this motherfucker's indicted and in criminal cases. Constantly put it in people's face. And if you black, this speech he just had in front of the white/black fucking conservative convention or whatever the fuck, hammer him on that shit. Show that clip of him saying, "Oh, I can only see the black ones," or all that. So all of that. So use a baby in a dish. If you want to call it a baby, it's not called baby, which by the way is quite tasty. I don't know if you've ever had it, but I'm just saying, stop it. The Democrats won't use this to their advantage, and that's why they will keep getting away with it at state after state. You trust me, IVF is going to be in some of these other bodunk ass states, South Dakota, Montana, all that shit is going to adopt the same shit. Watch. And I'll put Shang Bucks on that.
All of them.
You know what?
I'm all in.
I'm going to transfer my money over from the
right now.
I'm going to transfer my money over from the Trump is not going to jail thing just for now. And I'm going to put it back over there to IVF is going to be in a lot more southern states. Trust.
You mean anti-IVF?
Anti-IVF.
Listen, this is one of those areas where they've been caught up in their own dummy net, and it won't, it'll be hard for them to explain this out. Kane Tane, Jimmy Jom Jom, I see y'all over on IG. Listen, we're gonna keep this show pushing. But that was your that was your motherfucker say what for today. But it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. So I mean, you have to talk about it, and it is a heavy thing that's going on. If you look at the news, aside from the judge just saying no, that was pretty much dominating the thing. The judge saying, "I don't give a fuck. The court case is going ahead. Fuck what you going through with your appeal. Suck a dick." That's what they pretty much told Trump. And March, the criminal case, is going forward.
That's it.
Sorry. They tried to appeal again, Pedro, and the judge said, "Bitch, you heard me the first time." And then he went, he wiped the inside of his mouth. Yeah, he wiped the inside of his mouth. "Bitch, you heard me the first time."
You know what the fuck I'm talking about, dog.
You knew.
All right, man. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. IVF and rape are not the same, but we're gonna keep it pushing, y'all. I'm gonna give it to y'all a little something like this. And when I do it,
like this, like
I
that, like
that.
that, like that.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, with another popping to let you know what's popping.
Let you know what popping. Yeah, popping to let you know what popping. Come on now, popping to let you know what popping.
Come on, I produced that beat, by the way, y'all. Let me know if y'all trying to cut an album.
If you want to.
I did that on GarageBand. Sounds like garbage band, but it's all good.
It sounds good. Popping and to let you know what popping.
It's your boy Black Pedro with another popping to let you know what's popping. Ha! Oh man.
Oh man.
So probably
are you gonna be hard out here for a pimp? What you mean? Oh man. Man.
Let me hear you say it. You in charge. You in charge. Hey man. I just got to get this. Listen, y'all. In about a week, 10 days, 12, 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna go out on the corner of Fairfax and Wilshire and celebrate the life of Notorious B.I.G.
Wait a minute.
But I live in I came from a hip hop era where we lost two of the greatest, and like 30 years later. Well, 30 years later, and when I say lost, I mean
lost. Exactly. I was about to stop you.
They got shot. Tupac and Biggie.
Those niggas got shot.
And for 30 years, we had no idea who did anything with either of them. We finally found justice in the Tupac case. No idea who shot Christopher Wallace, Notorious B.I.G. But not too many years later, I would say, in 2002, so 6 years after Biggie, 6 years after Biggie and Tupac, Jam Master Jay, the DJ from the iconic group Run DMC, he was murdered outside of a studio in New York, I believe.
Yeah.
And just recently, as of yesterday, today, 2 men were found guilty of murder of Jam Master Jay. I don't think we need to say their names. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, we don't. No, but really, yeah.
But the reality is, there's some closure to this case, and I know I felt a bit of relief just knowing that they at least charged and caught somebody for Tupac's murder. The idea that they can't figure out who murdered Biggie 2 blocks from here, and I know it was a while ago. This is a very central part of LA where a lot of people were at a time when an after party was letting out for Life After Death, his second album, a double album. It's just hard to conceive that they just couldn't come to any leads or figure out.
Oh, come on. You know why. You don't know why? Really? Come on, man.
It was the cops, man.
Because it was the cops, man.
Mattress 360 over on my cousin over on Instagram was like, did he? I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know. We don't know.
Come on, y'all. Really? Really? Are you really surprised? Jam Master Jay, I'm gonna let you know right now. I know about this. I was in that era, and I'm gonna tell you, they should have been caught, these motherfuckers.
Come on, man.
They had protection, and also there were people that were mad about some of the deals that were being made where the artists would get more money. And then all of a sudden, mysteriously, hey, it's better to get the money from your album if you're dead than if you're alive.
Ain't nobody pay out. We just keep this. Oh, how sad. But yeah, somebody obviously murdered Jam Master Jay. 2 men were found guilty of it. And for the family and you know what? Hold on. Because you grew up in an era where we never knew their like I never really knew their real names, but Jay Bryant. Oh no, sorry. No. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jason. I'm trying to find Jam Master Jay's real name real quick. I just had it here. Sorry. I know his first name is Jason. And I want to say Williams, or Washington, but I don't want to be wrong. But that being said, either way, man, we have some sort of closure on this, and I know the death of Jam Master Jay didn't really hit like Biggie and Tupac did, but I think that's because he wasn't a part of the violent gangster persona life of hip hop at that time.
He wasn't. They were about.
So it was just like kind of the shock, like, well, who the fuck is shooting Jam Master Jay? But thanks, I guess, for at least finally finding. And by the way, he was shot in 2002. So, 22 years in, it's good.
Well,
good,
you can't.
Good detective work, guys.
Yeah. Hey, guys, way to be on your job.
Sorry, he was born Jason. I'm gonna say Mizell, Mizell. Shot in Jamaica, Queens, October 30th, 2002.
Well, I can let you know. I personally think I'm going to be put on my Oliver Stone hat. I personally think Biggie was part of a record label situation. I think that people don't realize how gangster P. Diddy is. And
well, he ain't gangster no more. He's just on trial. Yay.
I'm just letting you know that's the case.
Also, my my cuz over at Matches 360 over on Instagram, he says, yeah, he's calling it an inside job. He's saying industry.
I think so.
And then he's telling us to watch out because we in the industry, Shang, and we talk that talk.
Well, I mean, I think that the people are going to definitely, be coming at me soon.
Yeah. And
but they're gonna get Pedro first because Pedro brought it up. So
I just don't want to get Fred Hampton. I'd like to get enough success before they take me out.
Well, all I know is that it just seems like
vacations before
for it to take that long for them to not have any idea when there was literally cameras on the with Biggie, at least there was cameras everywhere. At least in that area, because that's a very prominent area. When you look at Jam Master Jay, who was a prominent hip hop artist, the bottom line is for nobody to have no clue, and they just found out 20-something years later. I'm thinking that finally one of them, either the cops.
It's you.
All right, man. I admit it, man. Shit. I mean,
and thank y'all for chiming in and help me out with Jam Master Jay's name, Jason Mizell.
Yeah, I think that we know what it is. I don't care what nobody say. We know what it is. We've always known when something like that happens. We don't know who it is, but
yeah. And countless murders occur in the hood, whether brothers and sisters are famous or not, and a lot of them go unsolved. But they want to police niggas over fake $20 bills, supposedly, or some traffic stop this, or half a joint that. But real ass murders are not being solved,
right?
You know what I mean? So,
and your cousin might be right.
In cases like this, it gets highlighted because these are famous people that should have been, bro. Nigga, if Kurt Cobain had just been shot up on the Vegas Strip, nigga, instead of like taking his own, like, you know what I mean? Like,
and the bullets
it'd been like 3 days later, it'd been like, and his name was Luis Herrera.
Yeah. No,
apparently hopped up on what they call smack.
It wouldn't even been that long. It'd have been like, and the shots rang out, and we have the guy.
Apparently, the Lopez cartel fed the drugs to Herrera, which led to
it wouldn't have been that at all. It would have been pop, and we got him. Wait
like
a minute.
if any
Just happened.
John Lennon, we all know who killed that motherfucker. I don't know his name, but we know it was a white boy who just wanted to be famous for killing him. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, and I know I just said we all know him without knowing him, but you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like it's not like we're sitting here like who killed John Lennon.
Well,
and y'all can Google that too. I don't know, but that's not the point. The point is
Mark David Chapman.
Sounds great.
No, Mark. No, that's who it was.
No, I get it. He said, and the reason why he wanted to be known as the dude who killed John Lennon. God damn. Oh, Matches 360. Cuzzo said, "How about Bob Marley?" Well, god damn. Believe it or not, man, this is an old school story for me. This story is absolutely 24 to 5 years old, but I used to buy weed from a dude named Mikey who was in the room and got shot in the head when they tried to assassinate Bob Marley.
Right, when he got shot in the arm.
I don't want to say the head, but this dude Mikey also got shot. He was in the room when they came in to try and assassinate Bob Marley, and he used to sell weed, nigga, right across the street from Paramount Studios, off of Melrose.
But that's the best place if you're gonna sell it,
nigga.
But
and I'm talking about 1999.
But Bob Marley was a combination of some. And the movie touched on it, which I was surprised. But it was they didn't want
One Love. You talking about with
One Love, which is
Kingsley
fucking loved it. I highly recommend going to see the movie. There's holes in it. Of course, there's large parts of his life they couldn't cover because it would be too much. But they did cover the political strife and struggle. And the bottom line is, in the Bob Marley situation, y'all, there was political activists from some let's just call them White Walkers that didn't want to see
winter is coming.
That didn't want to see the unification of the Jamaicans because they knew that unified they'd be more strong. So there were things that he wanted to unite exactly. And the thing is, none of his concerts was about gangster shit and none of that. It was literally about coming together. And they didn't want that. Whereas with Tupac and Biggie, I think it was a money thing. I don't think it was, I hate that nigga, fuck him. I think it was a money thing. And they were like, we can make more money off these motherfuckers dead. And they did. They made a lot of money.
And Puffy was probably just like,
yeah. Hey, man, should we shoot him? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying Diddy did it, because maybe he's not that gangster.
But Did is in his name.
Yeah, there's a lot of Diddy in there, Did. But
that being said, fuck him. He's already done. they didn't take his empire.
No. I think that he's so rich, he'll get out of it. Super rich.
But powerful no more. That shit's done. Savage A, fuck your feelings, facts matter. That was your Black Pedro pop in for today. Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay.
Yep.
But that being said, Shane,
I gotta let them know some. We got to do some technical difficulty type shit because I'm having problems with my fucking IG right here. At least it connecting. But what I will tell y'all is you need to subscribe to the channel because this channel cannot survive without a subscribe, and we will wither and die.
And that just ain't right.
You need to help us. No, share the channel if you get a chance and subscribe and take your fingers and do this. The bell, make sure you click the bell, give us some thumbs up, and rate us. All of that matters.
Speaking of thumbs up, Lady Hazel May said Diddy did a lot of booty holes.
Wow, I wasn't going to go there, but apparently you were. I didn't want to talk about booty holes, but you did. I'm not going to even touch on it. That's just why you got to go there.
No, don't touch on it, dog. Definitely. Shank, get us up out of
here. Oh,
you
caught that. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm a pundit sometimes. I can throw a few.
Big pun.
My
By the way, we're gonna speak about Fat Joe because you know what that boy did, right?
No.
I think he bought like 50 pair of Trump sneakers, but we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Shane, get us up out of here. But I've seen a video of Joe with the Trumps. Fat Joe. I'm gonna bring in the video tomorrow. We're gonna talk about that.
Fuck
Teaser
Fat
alert.
Joe, man.
Teaser alert.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man.
He has a reasoning. He has an explanation.
He better be flipping them and making money off them. If he don't,
let's talk about.
But my Shangri today is, hey man, I hate to agree with Pedro, but I think that America is over this year, and we're gonna talk about it.
Drink up.
Human race to the human race to the bottom. Do you realize this year? I just want to let y'all know this, and if you're a Jewish person or if you're American Jew, because I ain't gonna talk about the people in Israel Jew. Racism has surged back even more than before, and that's one of the representatives.
Look at this.
We call him
belly burger motherfucker.
Yeah, we call him Clumpy.
You have titties, sir, and you're against trans.
Yeah.
Any man with titties who's against trans, I need you to take your ass to the gym, bitch.
This man is one of the men that is actually wants to start the. No, I'm dead serious. He wants.
It looks like if Kyle Rittenhouse ate Kyle Rittenhouse.
And then ate another Kyle Rittenhouse.
If you poured water on him and he just got bigger.
Listen, this is one of the men that actually want to start.
That's supremacy.
In November, good, bad, or indifferent, a race war. We are, as a human race, racing to the bottom. Everybody knows he's one of the people that is actually part of it. Trump is part of it. And you know who else is actually co-signing on this, pertaining to us having a race war? Of all people. And there's another thing I'm going to show y'all real quick. Josh Hawley.
Oh, look at this.
Okay.
This Riker, this goose stepper.
Yeah.
This Heiler.
Believe it or not.
Women in Republican-controlled Missouri cannot divorce their spouse if they are pregnant. Oh, yeah, I saw that headline too.
So you got to think about it. But Josh Hawley, I couldn't get the video. I couldn't load the video up. Josh Hawley is down for all of the smoke, even though he was one of the only people that you saw clearly running incredibly fast when the January 6th showed up. The insurrectionists showed up. So this made me realize that.
Fist,
yeah. He did that. Yeah.
And then when they got in the building, he was like,
yeah, he skittled off.
Skedaddled.
I'm letting you know right now, everybody in this feed, everybody that's watching the show, everybody that's talking about stuff, let me tell you something. I didn't think Pedro was right, but I think it's going to be over 2024. You better get your fuck on. You better get your fun on. You better get your whatever on, because at the end of it, the human race is racing as fast as they can to the bottom. Right now, if you look at rights for women, that's going away. They're about to go. They want to take gay marriage is on the fucking chopping block because of guess who? Clarence motherfucking Thomas. You can look it up. They are thinking about doing that right now. Also, they're actually
and he's married to a man.
Yeah, he's
Jenny Thomas is John Madden
or John Goodman.
Any John
you can think of.
Long John Silver. Yeah, she looks like all that motherfuckers.
Yeah, she definitely has balls. The point is,
John Gruden.
Yeah, she's every John. We like to call her Chunky.
Sloth love chunk.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, everybody in the feed, tell me that you don't see all of the stuff that they're trying to overturn happening. Florida, they actually wanted to ban. This is another new ban. If it's written by a Black author, you have to get a note for them to even listen to it on. No, this is all happening right now. And so
the ink is black.
Yep.
But they don't want you to read
They don't want you to read it.
Lady Hazel May says, seriously, you can't divorce in Missouri if you're pregnant?
Yeah.
I think this is a new statute that they either just passed or are contemplating.
No, No, and you got to think it. Look at all of these different laws that are
But
passed.
it's a real thing that we're talking about.
The human race is about to fucking be at test beyond belief, and I think it's going to lose. They're going to lose the test. They're going to fail at the test because if you look at all of the different stuff they're trying to overturn, pertaining to racial rights, pertaining to women's rights, pertaining to LGBTQ rights, pertaining to just rights in general, even though they're talking about, you're not going to take my rights away. That's exactly what's happening. And the only way we can possibly stop it, which we're not going to do because the Democrats are a bunch of punk bitches, and they are.
I'm a Democrat. That hurts.
Well, I think my words. Sometimes my words hurt.
I'm a Democrat.
You'll be okay. And all you progressives and you bitch asses on the fucking fence, you moderates or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, that has clear cut shit. I'm gonna say to you bitches, the sky is blue, motherfucker.
Also, Michigan is voting right now, or today they had a primary, and there was this move, especially among the Arab community, to submit what do they call it? Sorry, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But basically, there's this movement to like vote but not vote. It's like,
yeah. Also, if you're a progressive, guess what they just did? If you're a progressive in some states, because you're not a Republican or Democrat, you can't vote. They're trying to limit as much voting as possible. They're trying to make sure that they redistrict and where black folks can't vote as much or restrict them from voting. It's getting bad. I've decided against what Pedro told me, and Pedro's wrong.
Come on, man.
I'm getting.
You said I was right.
I'm going to buy illegal guns. Fuck that.
All right, man. Don't ever say that on the live, dog.
I said it.
You got to do your dirt on the low, my man. Uncommitted. Thank you. You. Sorry. In Michigan, there's this push for people to vote uncommitted.
Yeah.
Which would kind of just be a limbo vote. Thank you, you, for filling
that in. How
about
just don't bring your ass there, you dumb bitches? The bottom line is that's what's happening right now. I'm not listening to nobody else. If I can't get this $7,000 they want me to pay and to get me a legal gun and I got to pay another 3 racks for the kind of guns I want, guess what? I'm not going to be sitting here with my hand and my dick in my hand when these fucking snow heathens start wilding out because they lost the election, or if they won the election, they're going to wild out and be like, oh, all right, shut up, nigger, and go change my oil. I mean, none of that shit ain't happening. So this might be the last time y'all see me at the end of this year because it's going down. Yeah, just letting y'all know.
There you go. JR said they artificially intelligence everybody, so that that was something we were talking about yesterday. Like, please, black people, don't get AI the fuck out of your vote. Yeah, man. Me, Shane. I still condone legal gun ownership,
but
when the shit hits the fan,
you'd
rather have a turd in your hand.
Yeah. You can't be like,
you can throw
man, shit, I was gonna shoot you, but I should have got it legally. While they stand there,
you're gonna give your speech then? Like, it's too late now. I mean, listen, this country was established by Europeans. Period. This country, not this land, right? But the country, the social construct, the political construct was established by Europeans who, for the most part, were just losers in Europe, right? Most of them, like,
they bounced out.
Couldn't hack it in Europe. You were either a political a religious reject or a broke motherfucker, and you saw an opportunity to come up here, and you did that. And then you had to kill all the natives, and then bring some slaves in to do the shit you couldn't do, and then blah blah blah. So, like, if you look at European history, they had their revolutions. The wealthy, the royalty there, right, tried to sequester all the funds. Are you
trying to say
they tried to
wait a minute,
keep all the money, and then the people were like, fuck you, I'm gonna storm the castle and drag you out into the square and chop your head off?
Let me get this straight, what you're saying. You're trying to say Europeans are losers?
No, just the ones they sent to America.
I don't know, man.
No, just the ones they sent to America.
I don't
like,
know, man. I think you're saying Europeans are losers.
if
And,
you were
and
like,
they
listen,
are.
the majority of them, yeah, who came here to establish America were at the bottom of the ship. You know what I mean? Like lowly motherfuckers who had to,
Because you know what?
had debts, whatever, fled, criminals.
Immigration. Let me tell you about immigration. Nobody's mad about Australians that immigrated here, and the Australians actually sent their worst criminals here.
I work at a restaurant, and no, so England sent their worst criminals to Australia.
And then
Australia sends their worst tippers to America. Because working at a restaurant in Beverly Hills, when we hear that Australian accent, we're like, well, we're not making any money tonight. These niggas don't get the concept, dog.
That's not a tip. This is a tip.
Yeah, nothing's is Australian for tips. It's like, bro, when we like, bro, bro, the people I'm most racist against in the restaurant industry.
They said black people were. They said black people were worse tippers.
No,
that's not even
listen. I don't know if it's cultural or colonial or whatever the fuck is going on in Australians' minds, but these motherfuckers will come to America, spend $600, and be like, your service was great, mate. And then just walk the fuck and then hop out like kangaroos. And I'm like, nigga, I will box you
know what?
Like,
that's nationalist. You're being a nationalist. When you say that, can't say racist because if they hop out like kangaroos, those aren't actually humans. But no, I heard that. I thought it was black folks that was the worst tippers.
Lady Hazel May knows. She said her son serves at different restaurants, and listen, it's just certain cultures. They're just not. Tipping is like an American thing, a North American thing.
The scene from Reservoir Dogs when he said, I Mr. Pink, why do I have to tip? They're doing what they're supposed to do. Why would I give them a tip? Because you're supposed to tip them. I don't want. And by the way, why am I Mr. Pink? Why can't I be Mr. Black? That sounds good. That sounds gangster. Hey, I don't give a shit. Tip or I'll bust your head in with this gun butt. That's the only reason he tipped. I'm gonna tip this time. But
Miss Adverb says add mandatory gratuity. Those aren't the decisions we make. You have to be a party of a certain size before we do that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I come to get some iced tea and then you pop another $7 on it.
And now you owe me $87.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But no, I really do believe, honestly, other than Australians being worst tippers, I didn't know that.
And I'm just picking on them because they're white, but there are other cultures that are bad at it. But that would make me racist. But this just is reparations.
Yeah, everything we say that's pertaining to anything bad to white people, guess what it's called? Reparations. I'm allowed to
give me my money. I'll stop talking shit.
All right, now check this out, people. This is what I want you to do. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, I know I'm beating a dead horse with that, but hey, the horse don't know it. Also, subscribe to and follow at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang, and on Threads at Black Pedro and Comedian Shang.
So listen, Lady Hazel May, and just because some people, there's some Americans that don't. I've had conversations with Americans that are like, "Why should I tip? You make a wage, right?" And it's like, okay, bro, okay, you want to go there? That's fine, but like, then get up and go grab your own fucking burger from the counter, then, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, go grab your own shit, then, bitch.
Wow.
But Lady Hazel May said $98.16 was the meal,
right?
And they left 100. So, like, if you leave $1.84 on $100 bill, you have tipped 1%.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something. I did the mic drop Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, early ass show
on a Sunday afternoon,
and we all ate $150 worth of food.
Get it in, and they serve you well over there.
They serve you well, and I was like, "Yo, comics, you talking about the Australians?" I was like, "Yo, comics, we got a tipper," and I said, "I'll throw in 20," which I thought is good.
And on a 150 bill,
and then
You probably all you need is like honestly another $10, and you're at a 20% tip.
Right. So
no server should be
I
complaining
asked
about
them. So you talking about Australians? I said, so I'll throw in 20. Somebody else throw in 10. Another person, because she was really nice, throw in a 5 and a 5. So we give her like 35, almost $40 combined. It's not like it's just me.
Yeah.
So all of us combined. Guess what she got? Guess how much she got?
What she took home?
And no, guess what she got? No, guess what she got after I asked these comics to do it.
After your 20,
yeah,
she got 20.
Ah!
Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what
Yeah,
happened.
and I was
She
like,
got Nathan after your 20.
I'm like, do you know she came in here and got us, and it got us cranberry juice. It got me to.
It's a tough space there because
no,
comics are broke as fuck, bro. Especially, bro, you know those shows that we do, like the subsequent comics, they're not making, money. And therefore they're hungry because you can't get food without money. So you go to the place and you get food, but you don't have any money to, and
But
the food is free. No. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve a tip.
Okay,
But I'm
good.
just saying
That's what I was saying.
It's different than some white ass Australians that have flown halfway around the world.
I tipped them.
No. But I'm just saying, like, and I'm not saying comics shouldn't tip or shouldn't.
Absolutely.
Like, every comic should, like, bro, I always try and make sure I have cash on me so that if I'm going to a club and I know they're going to comp a certain amount, that I have
give it to
enough for the server. Like, I have a dub for the server.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm usually not about to have $600 worth of food and drinks at a club. Is just,
I had, like the other place, I had a kale salad. But I'm gonna tell you, it was fucking fire. It was fire. So my thing is,
it's like if every comic could throw a dub in or a 10, it'd be cool.
It'd be cool, right?
But the reality is, some of these cats are coming in and making $25.
They were making
and then what you gonna give, like,
95%
of that to the server?
If you're making $50, they would make $50 a set, and if $50 set, the host makes $75. Then
give $5 to the server.
Give $5, so you made $45.
And but it's tied.
I don't know.
But like that's like, there's cultural differences. There's
but you know why
logistical differences.
You know why I could do that? Because I'm rich. I don't know how y'all know.
Did you just sign that check over, that 40 cents check over to her? Like, girl, go ahead and put that in your little account.
By the way, all these checks are $15.
And JR asks who gets the tip. They usually split it around here. It depends. Like, some clubs pool. Some clubs, they have their own section, and each server keeps their own bank. I don't get into that part of it. I just, but the service that I got, I try and tip on that.
I try to.
And I work in the industry, so I get it. So, it's that's what it is. But listen, tonight you can catch Shang and I live in LA. Shang, you're going to be where again?
I'm going to be at the Virgil. Place called I'll be at the Virgil. I'll be at the Virgil tonight. Two Funny Tuesdays. DC Mike Hill is hosting. I don't know this dude, Bahami Bihamia, and then comedian CP.
Like, you just made up letters.
No, that's really how I think that's it. Well, it's right there.
No, I get it. It's
Biham Diab.
I'm gonna leave it up. No, I'm gonna leave it up to you, bro.
Yeah,
but the Virgil, I think that's Koreatown.
It's on
Santa Monica,
something.
I think that's Koreatown.
And then
myself, I'll be in Inglewood.
In the wood.
At the Miracle Theater. We'll be in the lounge out front. Seriously Joking is the show. Shout out to Dove Rudnick. We got a great show tonight. Actually, it's ladies' night tonight. I'm hosting. They just added an open mic. So if there's any comics out there, I think we're going to be doing an open mic now starting at 7 p.m. At the Miracle Theater, the last Tuesday of every month. But after that, the show that I'm hosting is it's all ladies tonight.
Oh, well,
Let's
hey,
go.
you tell those ladies to shake their skirts and make them laugh.
Hey, dames, get out there and make
Get
some.
out there, you skirts. And then
Let's get canceled tonight, bro.
yeah. And then Wednesday, I will be at the West Side Comedy Club. Thursday, I will be at it's called the West Side Comedy Theater. I'm sorry. And then I'll be at the Zinc Cafe. Actually, it's not the Zinc Cafe. It's something theater at the Zinc Cafe. I'm going to be doing that Thursday, and then I'll be at the Chateau. I'll be at the Chateau Saturday, and hopefully, if I get the spot at the Improv, so locally, and then I'm going to be on the road. So make sure that you. It's actually the March 2nd. I'll be there. I always make it's Comedy
Sin City.
So I'll be there. So make sure you come check it out. Yo, we'll be back at you 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to talk about that Fat Joe shit. We got to talk about it.
Well, I got a video for you.
Okay, we got to talk about that tomorrow. And make sure you friend. Hopefully my IG will be working correctly by then. And we get some more people. Make sure you tell all your friends about it. And make sure you tell them the 3 things that's paramount in their lives. Pedro, let them know. And I'm going to use my finger like this so you know. 1.
And not just your life, but everybody's.
Yeah,
Number 1.
Number 1.
Stay black if you are black.
That's
if you are black, stay black. Tim Scott.
Number 2.
Number 2. If you are not black.
That doesn't look like I'm doing something else, but go ahead.
Hey, if you are not black, do not be black. I don't care how well you twerk or whatever. Like, just
that's not a black trait. Don't say that.
Yeah, like just be whatever. Like,
but
no, because they take it the hip hop shit or whatever, and they just try and retwerk and work it, and they say, hey, just be you. Last but not least, most importantly, and this is universal to everybody, keep your finger out of your nose.
At least
pandemic started.
Yeah,
Patient zero.
Yeah, always picking your
nasty
ass.
Butt.
We'll see you at 3 later.